Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat. And what a game we witnessed, people. Joselu, two late goals as Real Madrid knock out Bayern Munich to go through to the Champions League final, where they will face Borussia Dortmund. So I'm sure the vast majority of the questions will be about that in regards to the semi-finals we've seen in particular yesterday now. Also, the final coming up as well. And it's just typical Real Madrid Bernabeu. Like, I don't really believe in football heritage like that, but the Bernabeu I do. Like, it's like they just need, it's like Real Madrid need two goals. It's coming into the last stages. They're on the verge of going out of the competition. Ancelotti will raise his eyebrow like he's the Rock in the Attitude Era, and then these men score two goals. When you see Neuer make a mistake like that type of thing, the Bernabeu different. Before I bring in all the man them on the live stream, make sure first and foremost you hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Please make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And that's me, Flawless. I'm closing in on 5,000 followers on Twitter. So that's me, Flawless, on Twitter and Instagram at Sarcasm City TV as well, people. And I know this was supposed to be the Manchester United Arsenal show, but because of what happened, it was like it's only right we talk about the Champions League semi-final that we just seen. But TJ's in the building anyway. We got Strasbourg Steve in the building, we got Prime in the building, we got Jez in the building. What's everybody telling me? Oh, Steve, I'll get to you, but what's everyone else saying? Everyone else good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm playing Real Madrid in the final, man.
Yeah, facts. You are? Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. TJ, what are you telling me, family? You good?
Bro, I'm great. I was actually kind of glad to see that this got turned into a Q&A because you and I are going to be previewing it for previewing the Arsenal Man United game until we die on Sunday.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that we're here doing this and talking about a different game. Manuel Neuer, what a performance. Like you got to give it up for Manuel Neuer. Sorry, like I'm not even a Munich fan, but incredible performance until late errors, man. I don't know what the Bernabeu has, like what kind of voodoo they got going in that stadium, but man, he was putting a 10 out of 10 performance. Some people even would say 16 out of 10 performance going on. And unfortunately it didn't go Bayern Munich's way. We're going to get into the offsides calls and things like that, but you know what? I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm here on a freaking Wednesday night with you guys. Let's do it. Steve, turn that front upside down, buddy. It's going to be okay.
Steve, don't worry, man. We going to have you laughing and smiling by the end of the
absolutely.
But we going to get to everything. See, look, there's a little murmur of one. Prime, what are you telling me, though? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm playing Dortmund in the Champions League final. So,
all right, love that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Prime in the cook. Shout out every single, and big up to everyone in the chat. Big up all the mods, all the regulars, all the members, anybody that's new. Salute to you. And one thing I forgot to add as well: if you are a member of the channel on the Q&A, your question takes priority like a super chat. So get your questions in, and if you're a member, I will start your question, and we will get to it, whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes afterwards. But there's a lot to discuss. Champions League semi-finals just going on. Steve, we'll go over to you. You know what I'm saying? Bayern Munich representative. Obviously, I said, yeah, if I was you, I would be super duper pissed too. So I fully get your reaction then on the watch along. I fully get your why you look the way you look now. Floor is yours, man. Talk to us. Feelings, thoughts on the game.
God hates ugly. God hates ugly motherfuckers. God hates ugly motherfuckers like Thomas Tuchel, Eric Dyer, LA Fitness Goretzka, Leroy Sané. He hates Conrad Leimer. He hates them.
And when you say ugly, you mean people who play ugly football, just to clarify, and manage
ugly football, ugly ways of doing things, no conviction, no spine, no purpose, terrible substitutions that I was screaming and hollering about for a goddamn reason. I lost my head.
Yeah, you did.
When I saw those subs, I said it the second I saw it. We're bringing on Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting to replace Harry Kane. Put me on the fucking field if that's the case. If I'm not T-Stel, I'm demanding a transfer out. I'm leaving. I'm salvaging my career. He's better than Eric. Oh, fucking God. Whatever that fucking thing. He's better. He's better. There's a chance.
Eric Choupo-Moting is the name.
Bro.
Thank you, Jess.
Why are you trying to play counter-type football with Thomas Muller? That doesn't work. It never has. It never will. All of this horrendous, ugly bullshit just all summarized it. And then even Neuer makes a mistake. What can go wrong with Bayern Munich this season from my perspective and then the Bundesliga ops perspective, it will go wrong and it will be even worse than even I pictured it. I've said this since day one of Tuchel's appointment. Horrific, disgusting. It's the opposite of aura. It's like, look, bro. It's gross. I don't want to be near it, but I have to. It's like having a fucking alcoholic uncle that you have to hang out with. I don't like it, but I kind of have to. I don't fuck with them like that. It's fucking atrocious. And ever since the Nagelsmann's happened, Bayern Munich have not been run well and have not conducted themselves as a serious institution for a while now. And people just think it's all going to be fine next year. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's going to be 5 contenders for the Bundesliga. Bayern will be in the mix, but we ain't winning it. We'll have another trophy this season. Of course, Harry Kane, definition of wrong place, wrong time, summarized in one motherfucker. Of course, he comes to Bayern during the the birth, the christening of our new banter era. Of course, he has to join. Also conveniently in that time. He's going to end his trophy with 0 trophies. I don't care if he goes to LAFC and they have a Champions League 11. They ain't winning MLS Cup. They ain't winning Supporters Shield. They ain't winning US Open Cup. They ain't winning CONCACAF Champions League. He's not going to win it. Fucking anything. Nothing. He's not meant to win trophies. He's just not. He never has and he never will. He'll have individual fucking accolades like crazy, but no one cares.
Hey, respect the Audi Cup, bro. Respect the Audi Cup.
Okay. Anyway, no, but
according to Tottenham fans, he still plays for them too. By the way,
this is the epitome of our season. We think, oh, it's all well and good and nice. We have a shit squad, a terrible spine filled with players that are overrated vastly, or just terrible that everyone can see, like LA Fitness Goretzka. It's just, yeah. What happened? I knew we were going to lose tonight. I literally said after the Davies goal, 5 minutes after, 5. I was like, you know why I'm glad we scored? Because I know Real Madrid are going to. So this game is going at least bare minimum into extra time. And then what happens 2 minutes later? We make all of our attacking substitutions for inferior, slow, old, dusted players. And then what happens? Then Joselu shows up and goes bang, bang, like fucking Chief Keef. So we get what, bro, you get what you deserve and you deserve what you get in this world. Football ain't no goddamn exception.
That's a bar. You get what you deserve. You deserve what you get. That's a bar.
No, we did not get fucking robbed, Dan. Sorry, Dan Schmelt, we didn't get robbed. We didn't get robbed. I'm not hearing this. How can you get robbed when you leave your fucking car keys in your car in Detroit for someone to take? How are you getting robbed?
Shout out to anybody from Detroit watching.
Yeah.
Just want to say.
Hey, I heard Detroit's on the up and up.
How do you get robbed when you rob yourself? How do you rob yourself when you have everything? You have like a dream scenario that was miraculous from the start. Real Madrid should have had some goals. Manuel Neuer was standing on his freaking head. He's standing on his freaking head. Of course he makes the mistakes because guess what? There is aura in sports. There is psychology. There is all this stuff outside of 11 versus 11. I don't care if it was onside. I don't care. I think
you're just expecting more. I actually think you did, but outside of the Neuer mistake, there isn't too much that. Yeah, the subs I agree with. I do agree with it. Like he made the wrong subs. Like you have to. I say this all the time. When you're defending the lead, you still need to have the ability to counterattack and score a goal and counter. I do agree with that. But I think defensively, for the most part, and outside of Vinicius Jr., I don't think any Madrid attacking player played well. But go on, carry on.
No, nobody did. Nobody did.
Well, but
winning. Yeah.
But you know what it is? You know what it is, though, Flavis? I knew that at a certain point in the Paris Saint-Germain Dortmund game, and never mind the fact that I had Dortmund advancing in the first place, but based off the two legs, clearly Paris Saint-Germain were just never going to score. They could have been playing until tonight, and they would not have scored. They would have hit the post, Copa would have made a save, Hummels would have kept blocking, all that stuff. When it's Real Madrid, it's a different kettle of fish. They will eventually score. They just will. And when you make substitutions like that, because basically what this was the Adeyemi one that Jez was initially like a bit sketchy about. I was like, I don't think it matters because I kind of have I made a rough I made a guesstimate, an educated guess on what was going to happen throughout the game. They were up 2 goals. And I'm like, PSG might not even score once. I don't even think the Adeyemi sub counts. When you're at the Bernabeu, it's completely different. When we've been getting battered and Neuer's had to make 4 wonder saves up until the goal, maybe even 5.
I would say
all that, but they were always going to score. Always. No,
I think it was going to score. I wouldn't say the saves he made minus, even though they're good saves, they're saves you would expect him to make.
Yeah,
I can't think so. I can't say that they were wonder saves. They
were wonder saves for almost any other goalkeeper.
That was what I was going to say, Steve. That was what I was going to say. They were incredible saves, and only Neuer could have made some of those saves.
But I credit you because I think defensively you lot got it. I think defensively you got it right for the most part.
But okay, sure. But at the same time, you always have to count Real Madrid to score 1 in a Champions League.
Oh yeah, don't get mistaken. I'm with you in regards to why you are. If I thought you was being harsh, I would say you was being harsh. But I actually agree with you. I don't think you're being harsh or being over the top with your criticism. I said when before you go, Jez, when you lot scored, I said we all know Real Madrid are gonna score, right? And then they had the goal that was disallowed. Yeah. Go
ironically, you said as well. Madrid is probably going to get a decision that's going to go in favor to them later in the game, which actually did. It's just so hilarious. But it's just what it is in football in Madrid. But see, by the way, people talking about the decision at the end. Do people actually realize that? Let's say, argument's sake, the referee doesn't go for the flag up or doesn't whistle. The Madrid players are not going to stop playing them. So the net doesn't even get the opportunity to kick the ball into the net. The Madrid players all stopped playing because the call was already made on the field. Yeah. That's why the Lille was able to even get the shot on goal. Even Lunin doesn't react to that order. That's why I don't understand why people are saying that Bayern got robbed. No, the reality is that Bayern put himself in a position where they said, you know what, we're going to take the gamble and act like we're not playing Real Madrid. That's why, and I keep trying to say this, man. I still don't understand how Arsenal didn't beat these guys. I still don't understand.
Don't dig that body up. Let's not dig that body up. Let's not do that.
No. I'm not trying to even take a dig at Arsenal. I'm just trying to. This is more a dig at Bayern actually, because I'm saying these guys are just really. I've been saying this for the longest. That's why I said I give credit to Tuchel to actually getting Bayern to the semi-final. Okay. But this game here today, in the Bernabeu, I was like, shit. Like the best attacker today was a left back for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, shout out the Alphonso Davies, good stocks, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because this is the new stadium as well. Paris was having the best seat watching their performance. He's sending a bit in the summer, but I'm trying to say it's like we all called it that they're going to score a goal, so it's not surprising that
I think we all knew. It's just that I think it's just more so the manner because it's the way Neuer made the mistake, and as soon as he made that mistake, we all knew Madrid were going to score again in normal time.
And it's also sorry, go on, just
no. Yes, 100%. And for me, and the issue was then as well is you made all these subs. Did you look at Musiala got injured, hamstring gone or whatever, cramps, whatever, so he had to come off. But it's like you made all these subs, and even let's say for argument's sake, Bayern equalize and they go to overtime. Who the hell are they attacking with?
Thank you.
Who the hell do they attack with? Like they would need to defend for another half an hour, because just to go to penalties because they don't have no pace. And see people, I see argument about people saying that Kane was scuffed and all that. Bro, I'm sorry. You keep the best player on the pitch if they're not injured. You saw the Madrid. You saw City and Madrid having to go to extra time, and then City went to play Chelsea in the FA Cup and they played all the starters. after 120 minutes, you keep the best. If it's the same guys as well. Granted, Chelsea Chelsea is maybe not Real Madrid, but the point still stands. City had the best players against Real Madrid for 120 minutes, and then they went on to play literally 3 days later in an important cup semi against Chelsea and had the same guys on the pitch. I'm sorry, you have to keep your best players on the pitch if they're not injured. Musiala, I get it. Sana, dude was kind of garbage, but then make at least a like-for-like stuff.
That's the thing is you still, again, because
Keep the
even though
shape.
Neuer's made the mistake, and that's not on the defensive substitution, it's from a mentality standpoint. I say this all the time. Once you start making those type of substitutions, it gives the initiative to the other team, and it can add pressure. We've seen it in both semifinals. The Dortmund manager got it right. He made defensive substitutions, and it was spot on.
By the way, you know what?
Go on.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was just gonna say real quick. By the way, I see Tuchel said to Dawson he had no choice but to sub Harry Kane. Well, isn't this
upset every single time?
Why am I a fraud, bro? Are you kidding me? Friendly fire, bro.
Hey, Sad, before you carry on, Sad, because I was on Sad's channel. I think it was a few weeks ago now, people. Hey, Arsenal still winning the Premier League and the Champions League. Talk to him.
No, Sad, come on, bro.
Yes, this was Sad said on his own channel.
Oh my God.
Big up, Sad. Go on, and then he blamed me for his answer. That's the crazy part. But yeah,
I don't feel bad for Tuchel. I feel bad for Kane because he's been playing every single fucking game without fail, time after time after time. How about you buy a striker, put Matisse Tell as striker when we're playing Darmstadt away, Augsburg, one of these fucking games. How about instead of playing Harry Kane every single second of every single possible fucking opportunity, how about you rest him so he doesn't have back issues in a Champions League semifinal second leg at the Bernabeu? How about we do that?
My bad, Sad. I apologize. You did say the league got champs first.
Let's stop acting like a victim, right. Thomas Tuchel. How about we handle man? How about we do man management a bit better? Oh wait, you can't. You stop. You're a fucking terrible manager.
Well, hey Steve, talk about how he stopped Saragosa's development in Granada just to loan him, get him back in, just to not play in a single minute.
I could talk about that. I could talk about why is Alexander Nubel going on a 2-year loan to Stuttgart when the new manager hasn't come in, because we decide to play pussy with Thomas Tuchel and be like, oh, we won't break up with you right away. We'll move out of the apartment in 6 months. We'll just kick the fucking can down the road instead of just separating right away like normal fucking people do. What? It's going really well for Klopp. It's going really well for Xavi at Barca. It's almost like when you fucking know that the manager's going to leave, how about you just leave right away? How about you just go? How about your heart's not in it? How about you're not going to make right decisions on and off the pitch? How about you just fuck off?
He's right.
When you know that the guy is not the guy, or that you don't want to fucking be there. How about you just go? Because in the real world, we don't do these fucking things. We don't. Normal people don't.
No, I agree. In regards to that, like, I don't think it's ever worked in management where a manager said, whether it's mid-season or whenever, and I'm leaving at the end of the season, has that season gone well? I don't think if someone in the chat can remember one.
Hold on, Flawless.
Go on.
Liverpool today this year. That's what I heard.
I thought you had
wait a minute.
Serious
no, wait a minute. No, like, wait a minute. I thought it was a fairy tale. What happened?
It really
sorry. I'm on the wrong timeline. Sorry.
It really worked out
back in January, bro.
No, fairy tales and well, man.
Fairy tales and well, yeah.
Hey, TJ, you moving like the Flash right now.
Oh
literally, but tonight was just everything tonight was designed to be that way by everyone at Bayern Munich. They just thought they were better than what they were. They thought they were 16 out of 10s. They thought they were going to win the Pokal, which we haven't done for 3 fucking years now. They thought we were going to win the Champions.
Wait, Steve, say that again. They thought they was what?
They thought there was a 16 out of fucking 10, but they're fucking not.
By the way, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Right, big up the panel. As for And speaking of your 16 out of 10 t-shirts, available now. Link is in the pinned comment. 16 out of 10 tees, 2 different designs, 4 different colors, including this lovely white and black one I am holding. At a great price, only for a limited time only, of £16.10, people. sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. That is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. Now available for worldwide shipping. We got small, medium, large, and extra large people. So keep a lookout. Check out the website. All the information is on there. And thank you very much for your continued support of Sarcasm City TV in all aspects. Carry on, Steve. The floor is yours.
So Abraham mentions Allegri first time at Juve. Yeah, well, guess what? Then they decide to fuck up and they decide to get back with an X. Where are they at right now? They've got 14 points in the past 14 in Serie A. That's the 6th worst in the Serie A in the past 15 games. So that's really going well for them. It's really going amazing over there at Juventus, which we're going to be turning into. Because, again, and I'm going to make a whole fucking video about this. The Bundesliga next year ain't going to be won by Bayern Munich. The Pokal isn't going to be won by Bayern Munich.
You reckon Leverkusen are going to... Do you reckon... Let me ask you, do you think...
No, someone else will.
Dominate?
Someone else will. It could be a VfB Stuttgart. It could be a Borussia Dortmund.
There's the amount of teams right now, yeah.
It could be another outsider like Eintracht Frankfurt.
So
it could be a Leipzig.
So you're saying Stuttgart. So you got Leverkusen there. You're saying Stuttgart, Dortmund. Do you reckon they're the three alongside
and even
Bayern?
a Frankfurt?
Yes.
And then so Stuttgart, Borussia Dortmund, Eintracht Frankfurt, RB Leipzig, and then Bayern. We won't win it, but we'll compete for it with a shitty squad. We won't make the big boy changes that need to happen. We won't.
Let me ask you though.
We will hire Ten Hag, bro.
Okay, but reports will come out saying you're not hiring Ten Hag. But do you think if you do sign a quality manager, it changes anything dramatically there, or is it still issues outside of him?
No, because we're still gonna continue to rely on these on the squad overall. We're still gonna think that we're the guys when we're not anymore, and we have been emphatically shown that we are not those guys anymore. The throne, we've been thrown off the throne. We are no longer sitting on it. And to reclaim it, it doesn't just happen like that. It hasn't happened for Olympique Lyonnais in 15 years. It hasn't happened for Manchester United in a decade. It hasn't happened for Juventus for about 4 years now. It hasn't happened for a lot of different teams around Europe and in sport. When the dynasty is gone, it's hard to reclaim it. It's very hard in sport too. Even if Bayern has this advantage and that advantage and stuff. Well, Juve did too. Juve had rich owners under Allegri and stuff. They people thought that, it was a blip. They're 10-9 in a row. They'll win it again next year. Well, guess what? AC Milan then won it, and then Inter, and then Napoli. So we've had completely different title winners. And look what happened when Man United's last league title. You had 3 different winners in 3 different years. 3 completely different ones, actually, because the year after it was Man City. Then it was Chelsea. Then it was Leicester. That 3 pattern will repeat. I think Leverkusen could definitely...
So you really think in the Bundesliga now it's going to be more open in regards to winners of it?
Yeah, people will finally recognize the actual competitiveness of it, which is...
Do you agree with that, Jess?
Yeah,
so you can see like in the next 5 years we could get 3 different winners of the Bundesliga, for example.
It's possible. Obviously, Bayern is still going to be probably Bayern going to tip Bayern. People going to tip Bayern to win the league next season because how a one of a kind season Leverkusen had this year. But I've been talking about since 2020 when they won the Champions League. Their team has been on the decline for years, and it's only now that people starting to see it. And honestly, Bayern shouldn't have even won the league last season if it wasn't for us battling into Mainz at home. So we're talking about 2 seasons in a row where Bayern doesn't win the league.
True.
Just like how when Man United stopped winning titles, that last league title winning season, wasn't that like a pretty weak squad?
Yeah, the squad wasn't the best. Yeah,
Juve's last title win compared to others, it got gradually weaker and weaker. And now same exact thing is happening with Bayern Munich and as well as Olympique Lyonnais. Their squad got eventually weaker and weaker, and then someone decided, nah, fuck that. I'm hiring a coach. I believe in this, and we're going to go out there and win it. Napoli won in blowout fashion. Leicester did a miraculous title win after Man United's dominance ended. Like, That's the thing. To dethrone a dynasty, it usually has to happen when it usually has to be an emphatic title win. Liverpool, when they won, albeit Man City have reclaimed their domestic dominance, but it broke up a possible. If Liverpool didn't win that title, the COVID season, we're looking at 7 straight.
Something
Man City
crazy like
had
that.
one.
Yeah.
I said this in Magoo Toronto. This is the Farmers League with money, man. That's what it is. And I don't even like the term Farmers League, but
I don't
just to
either, but you
utilize
have
it.
to, we'll use
Yeah, it's
people's
dominant.
stupid terminology. But
facts.
this is downhill from here. Like, there is a reason why freaking you guys haven't reclaimed your dominance, because it's hard to get that back.
Oh yeah,
Because then there are other people that start to believe in what they've seen, because they've seen the dynasty crumble, and that gives them hope. That gives them more ambition. That gives them more willing to take risks and truly like put their balls on the line, put their reputation, all this stuff. So next year, I see that pattern repeating. I see a Stuttgart winning the league. I see a Borussia Dortmund, or like I said, a Frankfurt or a Leipzig. Someone will, because it's going to be very hard for Leverkusen to replicate it. It will be very, very hard. They could win it again. I think they're much more likely.
If they keep the core, they're going to be competing for it.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And also Leipzig will be competing for it. And Stuttgart, by the way, who will, again, and I've said this for months, Stuttgart will finish above us. They're 2 points behind us. They were 16th last season.
Jesus, what turnaround for them?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Flawless, like these things happen out of we're fucked, man. We are going to be a Man United for at least the next 5 years.
You could have said it Chelsea, but we move.
We have been
That's hilarious.
Well,
That's
but
hilarious.
you guys haven't.
You say fuck me for?
Chelsea were never consistently dominant in the league.
Hey, you know what? You right.
You guys were. For the whole Sir Alex time, you failed.
You know
to win
what?
the
I was
title.
right. You know what? I wasn't familiar with your game, Steve. You right. Carry on.
I'm just saying.
You were right. No, I was wrong. You spot on. Carry on.
That is the
No, Steve is right. United are a bigger club than us, so United's failures is more embarrassing. He's right.
That's just like Juve, just like Juventus.
Right.
Their failures are more embarrassing, and considering their Bayern
Prime.
are the prime. That's what I'm saying.
So United right now are a bigger embarrassment than Chelsea. Facts.
Yeah, you spit. Hey, everyone talking sense today. I love this, man. You know what I'm saying? And that everyone on the sensible shit today.
The banter era started today officially, but the warning signs have been around Bayern Munich for a minute. It's just people who don't watch the league or people who don't pay attention like that didn't pick up on the warning signs, because it's attention to detail kind of things. It's history repeating itself kind of things.
Hey.
This game tonight was the 99 final remix with different teams.
I just want to mention as well, and the reason why I also think we're fine the way I feel about it is, do people actually know Bayern actually broke the transfer record deal, not just for Bayern Munich, the club, but also for the Bundesliga in order to buy Kane. Kane is the most expensive deal in the Bundesliga history.
You know what? You know what the conversation we're gonna have. You know what the conversation we're gonna have about Harry Kane in a few years is not just the 0 trophies, not just the 0 trophies thing. Remember when Ronaldo went to Juventus and people were like they were worse with him and past him? That's gonna be the exact convo we will have about Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. The exact conversation.
Because so Steve, can I ask a question?
No.
Do you think that Harry Kane is just cursed? Like, is he a loser? Like, because we were having these conversations at the end of the season, last season with all the Tottenham Hotspur fans, not Jez, because Jez is actually a real one, but all the other Tottenham fans saying, "Oh, no, he's a winner. He's a winner. He won a golden boot, so he's a winner." Do you think that he just doesn't have the bottle, or do you think that it's just, the players around him have to hold it too, and the manager and the organization?
He's the definition of wrong place, wrong time.
No.
There are people like that in all of our lives. There are people.
For sure.
I have a friend or two that always consistently find themselves in bad scenarios, and they don't try to. There's a difference between like doing something incredibly stupid with your life and thinking that like, oh, it's like, you know, it's bad for you kind of thing. But then there's another where it's just like, you just don't get the roll of the dice thing. It's just wrong place, wrong time. Like maybe you set up a small business and then COVID happens, right? That's not a bad idea. Like if you were able to have a fucking business and you're able to establish it, but then COVID happens, that's definition of wrong place, wrong time. That's what Harry Kane is.
Right.
That's the definition of wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong. If he joined Juventus 3 years ago, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, you don't want this guy getting you a lotto ticket.
You know what,
bro? He's just unfortunate like that.
No, I agree. I agree with you. He's a generational player, but he can never land correctly.
You know what?
He never ever has a backup striker, or the backup striker like a Matisse Tel is never trusted to give the guy some goddamn rest for once, even just on a weekend midweek thing.
See,
that's
my opinion. Bro, this is all karma for 2020 when he was trying to do the golf interview and people was trying to ignore like this is like professional and all that, and he's allowed to do it because he's Harry Kane. That's karma right there, man. It happens, man. He tried to leave shamelessly as soon as possible to Tottenham. Left Eric Dyer did a more emotional goodbye message to the Tottenham fans, even though he's been hated by the fan base. Then Kane said like a quick IG story, thank you for everything and all that, so he can get his ass quickly to wherever the fuck the preseason trophy was that he lost as well, by the way. And so which he lost as well, by the way.
That's petty, yo. That's petty that you remember that. That's petty that you.
I don't remember that. People feel like
it was the Super Cup. It was the Super Cup, I thought, right?
Yeah, and that's the preseason trophy. That is the equivalent, bro. The guy was making everything possible to get he tried to get the. People don't forget. People forget it.
He didn't play that game though, Jazz.
Yes, he did.
No, he came off the bench for like 20 minutes.
People forget. On the same day, and at nighttime, he was doing the medical so he can make sure he can play in that game. He wanted to be there for the Super Cup, the preseason trophy, to be there and win the trophy for Bayern, and he still couldn't win it, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. This is karma.
Hold on. I thought we said we were gonna leave Kane alone for this season if he beats Arsenal, which he did.
No, of course. No, but
you know what? Again, Prime. I did say that. You know what? So Kane, I allow you. I did say that.
But you know what?
What does that we beat Arsenal trophy look like? Does anybody know what that looks like?
You know who could ask? Hey, TJ, you know who could ask? Harry Kane. He knows. You know what I'm saying? That's what he won.
But you know what though? True, we said that. But bro, it's like some City, baby. We don't give a fuck, man. We go back on our words, man. So I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Right.
You're careful.
That being said, I even crashing him when I spoke about him like on the play.
People think when I talk about Kane, it's this your anger towards it. What do you mean anger towards this guy? I keep saying I hope this guy wins a trophy because it's kind of pathetic that he has 0 trophies and he's gonna turn 32. But I keep saying this to all people. When people call me a hater, it's not being called a hater. The dude's got a penalty against France in the World Cup. The dude rushed himself back to the Champions League final to start the Champions League final against Liverpool and was looking like a tree trunk out there. Comes on against Sheffield United and Norwich and that plays those games, can't perform. Manchester City in the cup final, can't perform. Chelsea in the semi-finals, can't perform. United can't perform. Saarbrücken this season,
semi-final or 2-0 up, can't perform.
Bro, Chelsea making the comeback and then you kind of disappear again. Bro, as a top player, I expect you to be honest.
Battle of the Bridge. Did Kane turn up in that?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember him. And even then, forget about even Chelsea made the comeback. Go and score the winner or some shit. I'm talking like he's so winning today. Winnie was on it for a whole 90.
Yeah, he was.
Kimmich was eating grass all game. And I say, shout out to Pat Beth. Shout out to Pat Beth. He was licking the slips, bro. Lampshade.
I'm sorry,
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro, all game for the whole 90. You know,
After tonight, if I'm Kimmich,
I said he was licking his lips, lamb chops. Yo.
bro, I'm telling you, bro. And let's be honest. People trying to say this whole thing. I think people trying to blame Tottenham for this Bayern loss, and I'm like, hold on a second.
What did we
For
do?
all these, yeah. First of all,
What did I do?
Number one, why fuck me for? And number two, let's be actually serious here. Throughout the last 4 legs against Arsenal and Real Madrid, tell me I'm not lying. Eric Dyer was better than Kane.
No.
Yeah, I agree. I think over all 4 games, I think he was better, and I don't think Kane was bad. I think the issue is that he was just okay. I think across the 4 games, I don't think he was bad. Don't get mistaken. I don't think he was awful. He was just okay.
Okay,
he's been a passenger in these games. He's been a passenger in these high-stake games. Let's be fair. Like he doesn't really.
This is what I keep getting criticized every year when I was talking about it, and the chat calls me a hater for this.
Yeah, I remember the chat calling you. Yeah.
No one wants to speak on Eric Dyer put in a clinic against Arsenal in the second leg. Eric Dyer will play his way into the Euro squad for him.
Yeah, but he played like shit in the first leg. Like it's Eric Dyer. It's you flip a coin with him.
He didn't really play that. You know what it is? You know what it is?
Shit in the first leg against Arsenal.
You know what it is?
Before you go, Steve, just one quick. Hey, before you go, Prime, just one quick second. Hey, there's over 80 people in here. Hey, let's run up the likes, people. Like check 1 2 1 2. We're only at 47 likes, and there's over 80 of you lot in here. Let's get up to 60 likes first and foremost. Secondly, people continue to share across all the socials, retweet and like from the Twitter. That's me, Flawless at Sarcasm City TV across all socials. Follow, share from the Instagram, all of that good stuff, because it all helps the channel grow. Continue to get your questions in. I will get to the super chat as well. Members, I will get to your questions also, and it don't have to be on the topic of what we're talking about. Well, go on, Steve. So he's going to say, Prime.
T-Day. Hold up. Sorry, T-Day. You're right. He wasn't good in the first leg. But Southgate didn't watch the first leg. He watched the second leg against Arsenal.
Sorry, I didn't have an APB out on freaking Gareth Southgate. My bad.
DJ, I'm Southgate's lawyer. I know where he goes. I guarantee you Dyer will be in that England squad. I guarantee you.
Yeah. You love crashing on Southgate, don't you, Prime?
You're like that gal that was stalking Mason Mount.
Hold on. People don't know this. The England squad, the squads for the Euros has been brought up to 26. England centre backs right now. Dyer will make that squad. Is all I'm saying, people.
Probably will. I'm surprised.
Probably will.
No. I mean, no one Southgate to do. But see, I'm not even trying to do a whole Dyer narrative, man. I'm just trying to say that every time for the last year, ever since I come on this panel, people trying to call me a hater for just saying that Kane is just not a big game player. I think Kane is a fantastic player, but the moment you need him the most, the guy disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Guy disappears every single time.
He gets let down.
Of course. There's other context as well.
Outside factors.
Of course. But of course, I heard that as well. But the matter of the fact is that that's why people struggle to put him in. That's why, and I even have discussions with Tottenham fans between ourselves. That's why I was always struggling to put Kane in those conversations, because all the other guys were able to make it happen. Isn't somebody he's making happen. Like, bro, do you know how embarrassed I was? I don't even support England. Do you know how embarrassed it was when he missed that penalty against France?
And he'll continue to do that because he's just the definition of this
is him.
He hits his head. He hits his head on the ceiling of success over and over and over. And people think that
somebody made a picture. Somebody made a picture of Joel Embiid and Harry Kane together.
Damn.
And then when you think about it, it makes sense.
Bro, Harry Kane, I'm going to say it again. Harry Kane, when it comes to some people in life are just successful up until a certain point. Like, you don't break into that millionaire bracket.
Big up every time.
Like, some people are successful, but they don't ever crack into that millionaire bracket. 10 million, 100 million. Whatever you define as success, Harry Kane has had a really good career, but the problem is it's limited success in a team sport. Individually, he's killed it and all that stuff. That's great. But he's slamming his head over and over, year after year, club and country, switch the clubs, same result. People think that when he slams his fucking head against the wall, that it's an elevator, when in reality, it's a roof, and that ain't moving. It's not moving anymore. You have hit your head, Harry Kane. Unfortunately for you, you're just one of those guys that cannot, because the God, whoever runs the fucking universe, just don't really like
the footballing universe. It happens. Big up to Bruno for the super chat. He says Steve is angry when he supports 20 teams. All I'd say to this before you go, hey, that don't matter. That's like having a roster of y'all like Prime. If one of them leaves you, you're still gonna be upset. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 or 4. One of them leaves, you're still gonna be upset. What are we talking about?
It's like
if I ask Prime now about his roster, if one of them leave, he ain't gonna be like, all right, let her go. Be like,
Prime is making the Prime is making the.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
exactly, especially the Italian ones.
You see, Prime, he's making the permanent move to Madrid if Poch stays next season.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm saying. That's what it is.
But what I would say to that as well is like, bro, I support. I look.
Yeah,
at
you don't have to. Yeah, you have to justify. We
you don't have to explain yourself.
I think some people are genuinely curious. And you know what it is? It's like I look at them like if I had kids.
Yeah,
that's fair. If one of my kids disappoints me, I'm gonna feel a certain way about it.
No, of course.
Teachers with students, that kind of thing. Like,
no, facts. Okay. And big up to the biggest, one of the biggest crooks in the chat, the crook of Eli. I hope you're good, family. He says, big up Flawless and Co. Told you all about the bum smelling him, right? Stunk out the joint for the whole game, and people having the Ballon d'Or convo. Shocking. He was poor to that. He was very, very
I don't think he was great, but why do people pretend like he was like the worst player on the pitch? This is kind of the thing.
Yeah, I thought all the attackers were bad. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. That's like a weird focus on Bellingham. It's a weird focus, and I said this already because I think people put him in this pedestal, which I even disagreed at the time when people put it there. But I said I think Bellingham's an amazing season, but I don't think he's like the kind of like a Ballon d'Or type of player. No, I feel like people really have the starters agenda where they have to hate on you. They have to.
I agree with you.
Did people see Valverde today?
Yeah, Valverde was poor.
And he's not gonna have an incredible game every single match. Let's be honest. Maybe he can depend on the other 5 world-class players that he has playing around him. You know what I mean? Like people are looking at Jude Bellingham and saying, "Oh yeah, no, I expect a world-class performance from you every single match." That's unfair. He's young. He's playing under the brightest lights consistently. He's not going to have the best game every single time. So the people that are slagging him off, I'm sorry. Like Jude Bellingham is the truth. He is the truth.
Bellingham's inclusion to Real Madrid. Bellingham's inclusion to Real Madrid this summer has not made them a worse side. They've lost 2 games.
Oh, I don't. Like I said, I don't. For me, I just don't get.
A league title.
I don't get the. For me, unless people just want to say and call it how it isn't, and say you just don't rate him, and that's why you just want to crush it on him. That's cool, man. But I feel like there's just this. It's just this weird thing where people they need to force themselves to hate Jude all of a sudden. Like it's just weird. It's just weird to me, and I'm saying like honestly, I think the only good players on the pitch for Madrid today was like Winnie and Joselu when he came on the defenders. The defenders. That's why I was literally. Yeah, the defenders. I think Rudiger, Carvajal, Lunin made the save that he had to do. Who was the left? Mendy did a good job as well. Exactly. And then obviously Winnie and Joselu. The rest though weren't good today. But that's what I'm saying. My problem is that why are people pretending like Jude was the only bad player on the pitch and trying to overstate? Unless you want to tell me because people putting Jude in the Ballon d'Or conversations and you think it's wrong and that's why you want to overstate the hate on Jude. That's cool then. But I feel like that's just weird. It's just weird for me. It's just a weird way to football.
Hold on.
Can I make a big up Lex, by the way? Let me make one quick statement. Yeah, big up Lex. Real quick. The people that are hating on Jude Bellingham right now never played sports.
Me talk because me about to hate on him.
Okay, go ahead and hate on him. But let me make this clear. You never played competitive sports. Half of these guys never played competitive sports, either growing up or in high school, university, whatever. Eli, no, I'm not saying Eli. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, look. Players are not going to have a great
That's
match
not the point.
every single
That's not
time.
the point.
That is the point, because you're trying to
That's
say,
not the
oh
point.
yeah,
That's
no,
not the
you're
point.
depending on this guy to be the Lex, hold on.
Lemon.
You're trying to you're depending on this guy to be the vocal point of your midfield every single time. When you have two other world-class midfielders in there that could also do a job. Like, come on, guys. Like, the singling out of this kid is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't even like defending England players. I hate England. But the point is that, like, look, you gotta be honest with yourself and say, hey, the kid puts in world-class performances probably 75% of the time? Like let's relax on this guy. Okay, Lex, go ahead then. Because look, the slander this kid is getting is absolutely ridiculous. And it's absolutely ridiculous in my opinion.
Lex, here's a question for you. What do you expect out of, because I know what I expect.
It's not about
20 years old, bro.
It's not about expectation. It's about propping up a kid who's not as good as everyone thinks he is.
Oh my God.
That's where the issue lies.
It's not about him not having a good game. He does not really have good games. He might be a final action player and has good output at the end of the game and get stats, but football isn't stats.
Yeah, of course.
You get what I say? So that is the problem with Jude Bellingham. He's not, bro. Today he was non-existent. Every time he got the ball, we watched that game together. Every time he got the ball, he lost it.
Okay, cool, but no, okay, so midfielder lost the ball, bro.
Listen. The reason I'm making this point is because this is how he plays all the time. You're talking about the creative players around him. The creative players around him are the reason he has a chance to even look as good as he looks majority of the time.
This is the whole point of the system.
He executes. You get
that's
the
whole point. That's the whole point of the system.
But system players aren't necessarily good footballers, fundamentally.
Yeah, see, no, but this is what my point, and I agree with them. That's why I said as well, I don't think Jude was good today. I think there was moments when I literally on stream also said that release the ball. Why are you holding onto the ball way too long? Why are you not being in certain situations when you should have been on the field? But my overall point is that people overemphasizing the focus on him. No, if it's because you think he just doesn't deserve to be in the Ballon d'Or shout, then just say how it isn't as simple.
But
or because you don't rate as a player, it's simple.
That's what it is. The reason why he's receiving the criticism he's receiving, and I believe most of it is over the top, because the praise he's been receiving has also been over the top.
And I agree
is he one of the best? Is he one of the best players? No, he isn't one of the best players in Europe. Hey, don't get mistaken. Do I think he's a very good player? Yes. And this is my point that I'm trying to say, because what you said right there is facts. I don't believe Jude is playing to Ballon d'Or standards. That's why I hope nobody look at. That's why I hope nobody comes at me, no Diddy, thinking that I'm some Jude defender or apologist. I'm just saying that I feel like people now have like the need. They have to overdo it with the Jude hate now because of the praise that he was getting earlier this season when he was going insane, scoring all these goals and that. And I feel like it happens a lot. The same shit happened to Enzo's now. It happens to the Enzos and. It happens to the Madisons, and I go on Madison because I actually know how Madison's playing like shit. But people will not go at Madison. Like it's the same kind of thing. I said it before and I say it again. Madison, Bruno Fernandes. I think both of them currently play the same way currently in terms of the performances. Both of them playing like dog shit, but one will get more hate because people don't rate him. And I feel like, and for me, like, and this is for me, like, now go and trash both of them, guys. I watched for the other today. Jude was bad, but I sort of avowed being bad too. Why not be talking about that? Why not talking about Rodrigo? Bad as well. Flo, you muted. Rodrigo, you was bad as well as hell. And you guys rate all these guys. Yeah,
that's what I say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. And I know in Eli's comment, because Eli made the comment. I know Eli, for example, he raised Rodrigo. Talk about how ass Rodrigo was today. Talk about that as well, then. But you're not going to do that.
Everybody, right?
And this is my point. I'm talking about. And I know it's just a thing. It's just a thing in football.
You want a level playing field. You want a level playing field for each player for Real Madrid, but they don't get the same praise that he gets. He just gets slot in there, and everybody's comparing him to Zinedine Zidane. He gets Zidane's number. You have to understand.
Nobody here does that.
No, but you have to but we're not talking about anyone here. You have to understand that in life, with equal praise usually comes equal scrutiny. So if people from a point of view who understand the game look at your playing and look at you from a daily basis and hear people talk about Zidane and this and what have you, and then when they look on the field, you're not even 5% of Zidane. Then people are going to rightfully get upset.
Yeah, and that's right. And what it is, Lex, and what we have to remember, especially in social media world, and what I've realized doing this and talking to like certain people, in particular Ryan, like he does have his uses in that sense. A lot of fans, Lex, be talking about things they never seen before. Like if you 20 years old, don't come chat to me about Zidane. I'm not here. I watch highlights when I watched him live. Like let's not do that. I know you did. Lex.
But I'll be honest.
The craziest part.
The point. But Lex, the point I'm talking about is a lot of people are talking about something they have no idea about.
It depends. All right. So, for instance, they were actual researchers at the game, right? Because you actually have a lot of young folks who actually go back and actually watch.
They're the freaks of the game. They're the exceptions to the rule, but they're few and far between. Yeah.
But for me, majority of the people I think that are outraged aren't these people. These are the ones who are praising him. The younger ones are the ones who are like, "Oh, Bellingham is this and Bellingham is that," and then them praise him and prop him up. And man like me have to look on it and say, Zidane. I see Bellingham today get a ball and just to take it down one go and try to finish, and the man miscontrol. I can probably never ever count where a ball meets Zidane in any scenario where him don't take it down. Gracefully.
Yes, and this is the bad thing as well.
On his shoulder, regardless of what's happening.
And see those people.
Just quickly, one second, I'm gonna let you go. He says, "People, this is a sarcasm channel, so I guess I won't take anyone serious." Runners old 007, you got it. Nail on the head, man. You figured it out.
Congratulations, Ryder. Congratulations.
It's almost like it was written down.
He figured it out, man. You know what I'm saying? He figured it out.
Almost like we gave it away.
Hey, if you don't take anyone serious, guess what? You have a better time watching because I don't. Yeah, you move. Go on, Jess. Say what you're gonna say.
See, this is the mad thing as well. Before anybody's gone, Jess is a Jude, Jude's done, and this. Anybody that calls, and I haven't even watched Zidane, but obviously I make a lot of football research and all that. Anybody that calls Jude like Zidane, you're crazy to me too. You're crazy to me, and you're crazy to me too. Like what? And this is where I go at those people and say, why do you guys have to overrate Jude like that? I think Jude is a very good footballer, but I don't think he's to that levels that you guys trying to put him into.
Bro, for me, it's
that's why for me, I'm looking for a balanced opinion. Where I just feel like there's people that feel like they need to overhate him because of these comparisons, but those people not overhating Jude. Now, those people that overpraise Jude, I'm like, you guys are crazy because you're putting him in this pedestal, but I don't even think he should be there.
Yeah, and that's
it would be like saying Isak. It would be like saying Isak is the next Ibrahimovic. Well, then we're going to be hella critical of Isak.
Yeah, and just the thing is that always happens when a player gets too much praise in the eyes of, like, let's say some or like 50% of fans, whatever percentage, 40%, 30%. Then that 40, 30, 50% are then going to push back with their criticism because of the overpraise. Like I said, do I believe he has been overpraised? Yes, he has been overpraised. 110%. Comparing him to Zidane is crazy.
It's crazy.
Zidane is the best attacking midfielder I've ever seen, period. You know what I'm saying? The only two players I put above. Ronaldinho is a wide player. He's the best attacking midfielder I've ever seen. He's the best midfielder I've ever seen. Like the only two.
Which Ronaldinho I thought about?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one. Do you know the peak one at Barcelona? 05, that one. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. The only two players I put above Zidane.
That 02 Dino was on
different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%. But he went to a next level then. It's like, I don't know if you're talking about Michael Jordan. Yes, Michael Jordan was cold, but there was a certain point he went to a certain level. That's what I'm talking about. But the point I'm making is Zidane is one of the best players I've ever seen, period, play the game. There's no attacking midfielder
easily.
I put above him.
Easily.
Zero. No Kaka, nobody else. Like, that's how highly he had everything legit as a central midfielder. Everything. But again, we're talking to a lot of people who didn't watch him and won't do their due diligence. And
but what Lex is saying is fair though. Like if you praise a player or you put him to a certain level or a certain pedestal, whether the player is off that level or not, If they don't perform at that level, they will get criticized.
But see, Prime,
They
Prime
get
is something.
cooked.
But Prime,
Like,
but
they
Prime,
get
that's the
properly
Prime. But
cooked.
Prime, you will know, you will
I'm not
notice,
finished.
you
No,
will
I'm not
know,
finished.
you know, you.
I'm not finished.
No,
I'm not
Prime.
finished.
Oh, sorry. Go on, then. Go ahead.
Like same way we just spent how long talking about Harry Kane. People praise Kane and say he's one of England's best ever strikers, or he's the best England striker, or he's one of the best players to grace the Prem. He's a world class striker, and yet he hasn't won anything compared with the great strikers that are out there. So it's fair if you are praised to a certain pedestal, you get criticized at that pedestal. People said long ago Rashford was comparable to Mbappe. Well,
that's right.
we've seen he's not, and he's been criticized for such. Bruno is on the same level as KDB.
Go on, Jez. Last point on it.
Last point.
So I don't know why now all of a sudden people have to do Jude defensively when this.
No. This is not a Jude defensively, but you will probably know the better because we literally had this conversation earlier this year with Washington.
Yeah.
And people were using just this stint at the AFCON to just write him up as a footballer.
Yeah.
And we talk about how he's having just a bad season with Napoli. There's a lot of circumstances going on. We talk about, but you obviously believe that Osimhen is still a supremely high level striker in your opinion, for example. And I'm talking from a balance of the fact that I don't know why people just can't view things in a balanced way.
Bro, but that's how it's always been, though.
It's always been like that. This is just my. This is from my mind. That's why I'm not trying to do the whole Jude defense. Because I say the whole time I don't think he should be winning the Ballon d'Or because I don't think he looks like a Ballon d'Or contending player.
You're right. Jez, what you're saying is right. However, when we were saying that, or when I was saying stuff like this 2, 3, 4 months ago, apparently I don't see the quality. Jude's amazing. He's one of the best midfielders ever. But now, when he stinks in the semi-final, all of a sudden we can't say it.
It's not just
Brian.
Hold up. Let me get to the super chat. Big up as well. Says Rodrigo was worse than Jude today, in my opinion. And yeah, I think we're all pretty much like in agreement on the fact that outside of Vinicius Jr., all of Real Madrid's attackers and the entire midfield was not good like that from an offensive standpoint. They're all
Cruz.
I take Cruz out of it, but I'm saying from he was decent. But I'm talking about the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was pretty much anonymous from an offensive standpoint, pretty much. Cruz was okay. That was it. But let me get Ziyad. Hey, Ziyad, you there? I need to close out the show very, very shortly. Yo, Ziyad, you there?
Oh, sure.
Yes, man. What you want to talk about, fam? Floor's yours.
That's short, damn.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say big up.
Yeah, man, I got NBA to do, fam.
Hey, big up. You got the NBA game.
I want to say big up Flawless, man. Make sure you don't like it, subscribe. My brother to 15K, 20K, 50K.
Love, man.
Get him to a road to 100K, all that. But yeah, I find it funny how everyone wants to shout Thomas Tuchel, man. I find it funny, man. My manager.
Talk about it, man.
At the end of the day, I saw a lot of people talking about, why did he take off Musiala? Why did he take off Kane? We saw it. Kane was basically limping off. Musiala could barely run. You know, the only one you could argue is Leroy Sané. But even after he took off Leroy, even after he took off Leroy Sané, and then that Kim guy came on, they were still doing well. It was only the threat was Vinny. Like you lot just mentioned, the rest of the attackers were useless, right? It was only Vinny. And he had to bring on Kim to try help defensively help Vinny. So listen, Tuchel done everything in his will. No one knew Neuer was gonna make that silly mistake. So I think it's unlucky for Thomas Tuchel. But listen, I find it funny how people want to underestimate him. Still shit on what he done at Chelsea. Still think he's not a good enough manager to be at the top level. And use some silly excuses to run the agenda, like I mentioned, in terms of the Harry Kane and what you call it one, the Harry Kane and the Musiala one. Like any day they couldn't carry on. These two were players that couldn't carry on. Like you can't play someone that physically cannot walk anymore and cannot run anymore. Because if you do, they're gonna be a cost to you, and they could be a reason why you lose the game. So yeah, man.
See, for me, the Musiala one, I can understand because he literally was on the floor looking like he was injured, so I can understand that one. I made this argument earlier. This is my argument. I saw them Man City guys being at least able to go past the 90 minutes and play a bit of the extra time to go and play, and I feel like, this is your last important game of the season. Get it together, find all the energy that you can't because
But
you
they're not
are just a
Superman,
game
Jez,
away
bro.
from the
They're
finals.
not
For me,
Superman,
and the
bro.
Kane and the Kim and I get the idea of what people
That's
trying
not
to
how that
say.
shit works.
I get the
That's
idea of
not
people
what
trying to say with it. No. I'm trying to say I get the idea of what people trying to say with the Kim and Jay. In hindsight, if it would have like we always say, like we earlier said, if it would have worked, we praised all Tuchel for it, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, that's true. He's right with
It
that.
didn't work out.
That's true.
But you have look.
Like Thursday yesterday,
Just-
Adeyemi subs and all that all happened. If it works out, because I was angry with the Adeyemi subs and the Sancho subs and all them subs. It worked out in the end, so I had to praise Thursday for it because it worked out.
Yeah,
it's just what's going to happen. It's just something that's going to happen. But I agree with Siad. The reason why people are just going, and it's kind of similar to this whole Jude thing. It's just people haven't know this because certain Chelsea fans believe that certain Chelsea fans overrate Tuchel's time at Chelsea, so they feel like they have to go after Tuchel of what he did achieve at Chelsea. This is the same. It's just kind of the same thing.
Slightly underrated.
Yes. See, and this is the thing. And some of those Chelsea fans think you are crazy for thinking that, and that's why they feel like they need to say these things about Tuchel. And it's the same thing. And that's what I say. Is I just wish football fans could view things in a balanced manner, but I guess it's just not going to happen.
Maybe this is just me, but Musiala was fine. He ran. But
I think he got injured.
No, he got injured off.
Musiala should not have been subbed.
That guy was dead.
He was clearly
dead.
He was clear as day, killing time. Same as
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Kill time, bro. He limped off he limped off by the goal line and limped all the way around to the bench.
Steve, man, Tuchel's not gonna willingly take Musiala off, man. Let's be serious here, man. Let's be serious, bro. Come on.
See, the Musiala one, I generally just think Musiala was injured.
I get that most Bayern Munich fans love Neuer. But if anyone is to be blamed solely for the loss of this game, it is Manuel Neuer. Because what you have to also realize too is that man were under immense pressure.
Bro, if it wasn't for Neuer, they would have been down 3. They would have been down by 3.
No, but
they don't lose the game. They don't lose the game.
No, but he's talking about even though Neuer made. Lex is talking about Neuer did all these saves, but he kind of threw all his game away because of that one mistake. But
just that one mistake.
I understand that, but your average keeper is not going to make half of the saves that he made. That's all I'm going to say. If those shots had happened on the other side of the pitch, half of those wouldn't have been saved. I'm just saying.
Are you kidding me? Did you see that save from Harry Kane?
No, the Lunin save on Kane was
the Lunin save on Kane was good, but
very
in my opinion, Neuer had better quality saves, at least 2 better quality saves.
No,
but my problem
you can say that, but it doesn't take away the fact that irrespective of these saves, one mistake was made and it led to a goal.
I know. I'm just saying the quality.
So if you put on the level of the saves, you can say, wow, these were spectacular saves. And I agree with you 100%. But that mistake was a bummy mistake because it was a simple collect. And he was just too low.
I'm not disagreeing that it was I'm not disagreeing that it was a bad one. But if you're talking about you put your other average European goalkeeper in there, he concedes 2 or 3. Period. Neuer proved that he is in fact a world-class keeper today. Any other keeper other than the error, any other keeper would have led up 2 or 3. That's all I'm saying. Am I saying that Neuer wasn't at fault?
I think it's
the other problem is that Thomas Tuchel.
He's not a shit keeper. He's not at all.
The other problem is that Thomas Tuchel, time and time again, has failed at Bayern Munich in game, out of game. He has been a failure. He has let down Bayern.
I'll take him off your hands. Don't worry.
Tuchel has failed more at Bayern Munich on a game-by-game.
I don't see it. We'll take him
more than Neuer has in his.
You know, Arsenal out of the Champions League. That's fine by me. I don't give a shit about nothing.
He has not. The least trustworthy individual out of the 2 is Neuer, is Tuchel, because Tuchel has.
I agree with you, Strasbourg. I agree.
Time and time again. Notice how I don't complain about Neuer. Neuer did the same goddamn fucking thing against Stuttgart at the weekend. It should have been 6 or 7-1, but it was only 3 because of the grace of Manuel Neuer. That was the only reason. Neuer has not cost us a game this season besides 2 nights. Besides two nights.
Yes, bro. But if you look at the fact of the matter, I'm not saying Neuer is a bad keeper. I'm not saying Neuer deserves blame for the downfall of Bayern. I'm just saying when you look at the result on face value, Neuer collects that ball, chances are you win that game.
I think, and this is what we talk about.
I don't agree with that.
It's just human error.
Real Madrid were always going to score in that game for me, even if Neuer collects the ball normally.
Yeah, I hear you, but let it be a moment of magic from Madrid.
Yeah, let it.
Yes, exactly. Like, this was just a pure error. This was a pure error right there.
Because I've seen so many Bayern games.
No. I hear you, Steve.
But you see, we're talking about scenarios that could happen, and yes, they could have happened, and they probably would have happened. But the fact of the matter is, we're talking about what happened today, and the fact of the matter is that, and we're talking about top level football. One mistake can kill you.
Yes.
One mistake will kill you, and that was the mistake right there. Our Champions League final versus Liverpool. So if Sissoko maybe tucks his arm in a little bit more, Liverpool might don't even get the penalty in the beginning. And all these Spurs players still talk about how after that penalty, all these guys were shocked, didn't know how to behave anymore. This is what I'm trying to say. One moment can define a whole game, and this is what defined the game right there. This is why Neuer, even though he had a fantastic game up until that point, he will be a part of the reasons why Bayern today lost, and it's just the reality of the matter.
Because in regards to, as soon as Neuer made the mistake and that went in, that was it. It was game over.
Yeah, it was
even though it was still one, even though it was 1-1. You knew you didn't have to be in that stadium to know. Watching it, it's like they're going to score, and it wasn't a question of they're going to score in extra time. They're scoring before the game's over.
Yeah,
I think with none of us, that is the most surefire bet that we are all in agreement on. Was as soon as you make, and that's what I'm talking about in regards to the mistake Neuer made and how it was made. If it was a moment of magic and Modric just sticks it top bins, you go, hey, that's just a moment of magic. There's
like against Chelsea.
There's more of an ability to recover from that. Yeah, exactly. Like the pass that he played against Chelsea. However, a mistake like that just deflates. It's very deflating.
But I've seen teams all across the Bundesliga. I've seen Saarbrücken do moments of magic FC against us. I've seen us commit little errors here. Bro, nothing this season for Bayern Munich by design, by fucking design of the manager and the people on the board and the players have all collectively failed because they all thought they would and
we don't disagree.
And that's the end. That's the end of the end of the season review that you do. Bayern Munich doing all of that. But we just talking about the isolation of today.
So, yeah, just today's game, not over that game.
I don't get mistaken.
Yeah, that's not defend. I'm not here defending Tuchel or like for the whole season. I'm just talking in particular. To me, if he doesn't make that mistake, your chances of going through in that game are extremely high because it's not even like Madrid. 1, were knocking at the door, and 2, their attacking players were playing well at that point. Not like that. How many clear-cut chances they create?
A lot over the whole
game. It was all Vinny, man. It
wasn't clear. Like I said,
it
wasn't nothing clear cut. They created They created half chances. Of course, they don't do that because it's Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. They're gonna have possession. They're gonna have shots, and because of the way you're playing. But the point I'm making is, it's not like Dyer or Kim Min-jae or De Ligt or Kimmich was making last-ditch tackles and he was clearing ones off the line. And no, it wasn't that. You weren't. I won't go as far to say comfortable, but you had an element of control in that game. It wasn't surprising if you would have went through at that point. But that killed it. Go on, Zia. Go on.
Sorry, bro. But I'll say as well is that people was who is typing my ears.
Fucking this jazz guy.
I'm muted myself. I swear down.
Take that alcoholic uncle away from me.
Go on, carry on.
What I was gonna say is, people want to say about Leroy Sané as well, taking him off as well. First of all, I think he had a stinker on both legs. That guy is like, he just paid. But not only that, bloody Kimmich was getting absolutely cooked, and Sané wasn't helping whatsoever. So taking off Sané and bringing on a defender makes total sense, and it made sense, right? And it was working until that mistake. And we all know, as soon as something like that happens, when it's 5 minutes to go at the Bernabeu with Real Madrid, it's like I just find, honestly, people might say I'm part of me. Tuchel. People might say I'm ucking off Tuchel, even though that's haram, all them things there. I genuinely think this is a pure agenda to Thomas Tuchel. As simple as that.
It is. I have
Steve,
an agenda.
no, but Steve, I can agree with. Steve, I can understand. Yeah, but I can agree with you, Steve. I can understand. Yeah, I can. I can understand. Yeah, I can understand that.
Steve's having PTSD of the whole season, but he's telling me everything.
Which I get before we are gonna close out. Heading over to the playback. We're at 56 likes.
TJ, you couldn't escape it.
Let's get up to 70 likes, people. Let's get up to 70 likes. Like check 1 2 1 2. Warrior Jason score prediction on Arsenal versus Manchester United. We'll go scoreline prediction because I gotta go Warrior J, but I'm going over to the playback. But we'll go to you, Jed. Score prediction for this game: Manchester United, Arsenal.
I want Arsenal. No, sorry, not Arsenal. Actually, no. I want Arsenal to concede an own goal late in the 90th minute.
What do you think the score is going to be, my friend?
1-0 own goal by Bukayo Saka.
Thank you.
This is what I want.
Appreciate it. Prime. If he's there. I don't even know if he's there. There he is. He is there. Prime, scoreline prediction, please. Manchester United, Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal.
There we go. Ziad.
Your Prime, your camera's frozen.
Inshallah, 4-0 Man United.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, Ziad, I thought I liked you for a minute, and then now it's gone.
And Varane needs to 2-foot tackle Kai Havertz.
It's gone. It's gone. Good to meet you. It's gone.
Hey, Lex, scoreline prediction.
Bro, Manchester United have checked out, so these man go hold like probably a 3 to 4 0.
Okay, cool.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Steve.
Oh my fucking lord. Pick a number, any number. 2-0 Arsenal.
There we go. TJ.
3-1 Arsenal.
All right, cool. 2 apiece, Warriors. And we'll discuss it. Obviously, this is going to be the main talk. Like TJ said at the very start of the stream, you're not going to get so many more predictions.
I had that prediction earlier, but you man just
2 apiece, man. Yeah, but that's what it is. Everything's in their favor, and they'll be second coming into that game, and all the pressure's on them. Trust me. This is God.
We'll concede. We'll concede.
I'm genuinely like, trust you, that game gonna be good. No, never terrified. Nah.
Arsenal.
You know what I'm saying? You can't terrify what's already been terrorized. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you could do to me anymore. I am a broken man. This is why I can react, or lack of reaction is because what else can I see that I've not seen before? Like, that's just like what you can't sink any low. There's only so many times you can beat me up before I'm like, I just took another ass whooping.
Come on, end that season, man.
Now we got this genuinely. Like I said, I've said this repeatedly. But anyways, we are gonna close out. People, love to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you subscribe to all the man them, TJ Warren TV, Strasbourg, Steve's channel, Ziad Zone as well. Make sure you subscribe to all the man them's channels. Please run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget we are available on all audio platforms as well. I'm closing this out because we're heading over to the playback. Because for whatever reason, the NBA are really inconsiderate on their times. I just couldn't put the Knicks Pacers half an hour back just for my sake. But, you know, it is what it is. But the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers, game 2 is going on right now on the Sarcasm City TV playback. So go to playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV or download the playback app, people. Head over there. Not only do we do NBA playoff games, Champions League watch-alongs on there, Premier League watch-alongs. And over the summer, you'll get Euro watch-alongs over there, Olympics. Probably a couple other sports as well, but they're just 2 off the top of my head, people. We're going to keep the content rolling regardless. What we got coming up the rest of today? Obviously, the game that I just mentioned. Then we're back 6:30 p.m. The Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. So myself, Jez, and Surfer will be back for that. That's a new time slot. 6:30 p.m. UK time. And then following that, now on Thursdays, I need to talk to TJ and Tony about this anyway, but Thursdays, the Manchester United, Manchester City show. So myself and Vader talking to both Manchester clubs. And then I believe there is an NBA game as well. Let me double check. I think there is one.
Nuggets, Wolves.
There we go. So we got Minnesota Timberwolves, Denver Nuggets, game 3, people. Game 3. And that will be at time-wise. Let me double check. What time is it? It is at 2:30 a.m., people. So we will be there for that. And again, everything I just mentioned, all the live streams are on the schedule on the YouTube and are on the schedule of the playback as well. So yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. Let me know in the chat if anybody's live and I'll redirect to them. But I hope to see all of you lot over on the playback as well. But hey, TJ, let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, you can find me on American Idiots, on the flagship show on TJ Warren TV on Friday at 9 p.m. UK time. I'll be live with Flawless, and we will have that fraud Staffy on from Staffy TV with Flawless previewing with the American Idiot guys, me, Dal, Connor, and then I'll also be on. Actually, I'll be on Connor's. So yeah, I may be a little late. I may be a little late because I got a work meeting. But I'll be there, and that'll be lit as well. And then we'll be doing a watch along on TJ Warren TV for the Manchester United Arsenal show as well. Big up everybody. Appreciate everybody who have subscribed so far. And again, Flawless, thanks for having me, bro.
Anytime, man. Go subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Steve, let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you, all that good stuff quickly.
Steve YouTube might be doing some Europa League watch-alongs tomorrow. Friday, FC Augsburg versus Stuttgart. As Stuttgart will probably win that game and then go above Bayern Munich before we host Wolfsburg on Sunday. So this season is going to get continually even worse for Bayern Munich people. Yes, everything will go wrong and even worse. Dortmund will win the Champions League. Bayer Leverkusen will win the Pokal in the Europa League and unbeaten. And VfB Stuttgart, who finished 16th last season, will finish above us. For the first time in God knows how fucking long. And actually, the last time they did was when they had Mario Gomez in that man in 2008 when they won the thing.
That is crazy.
Damn.
And by the way, almost every single thing I've called about Bayern Munich this whole season has been spot on with 99.9% accuracy.
That correct. You've called it. You have Ziad fam. Let them know where they can find you.
Big up to you, brother, man. Yeah. I
Stuff.
just on the stream with one surfer and a couple of man on transfer news. Sad day for Ziyech leaving, man. It's a sad day, man. But yeah, watch along.
He's going on to better things, man.
Oh, let me plug, man. Watch along on Saturday, man. Watch along on Saturday for Forest away. I just hope we can continue the winning ways. And yeah, man, big up to Floor. So I'm closing on 800 subs, man. And then
hey, man, get him to 1K, man.
No, get him to 1K. This is ridiculous. Get him to 1K, man.
Of course, tomorrow at Ahwa as well, man. The Goat show, man. So big up to everyone.
Love that.
Big up.
Hey, man. And big up everyone that is tapped in. Like I said, the content's not stopping at Sarcasm City TV. It's stopping on the YouTube, but we're going over to the playback right now. I dropped the link in the chat, so head over there, people. And Casually are still live, so we are going to redirect to Casually people. So make sure you don't know how we redirect when we raid. 16/10 raid. That's how we do it out here, people. 16/10 raid in the chat. Just drop the playback link again. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.